A man named Tom wakes up inside his truck, which is parked deep in the forest. He had brought his daughter Meera here for a camping trip. She is still asleep on a small bed beside him. Outside, the first drops of rain begin to patter against the truck's roof, and the gentle sound lulls Tom back into a light sleep. When he opens his eyes again, the small bed next to him is empty. Meera is gone. He jumps out of the truck and starts calling her name frantically, but the forest remains eerily silent. Suddenly, a woman comes running toward him, shouting for him to get away. Confused, Tom asks what is happening, but before she can explain, a group of wild people attack her. They bite her viciously, spreading some unknown infection. Tom rushes to help, but it's too late, as the woman transforms into a zombie before his eyes. Other zombies start chasing Tom, forcing him to fight for his life. In the chaos, Meera emerges from the trees, witnessing her father's desperate struggle. Tom shouts for her to escape, and she dashes deeper into the forest as he continues to fend off zombies. He finally makes it back to the truck and climbs inside, taking a moment to observe the horde of zombies from the roof. He then crawls to the back of the truck, gets his gun ready, and climbs out to shoot at the zombies, but soon runs out of bullets. As he tries to get back inside, a zombie grabs the door, forcing him to grab a knife to cut off its arm. To protect himself, he wraps towels around his arms and legs as makeshift armor against bites. He then uses a ladder from the truck to distract the zombies and sprints toward his car. After jumping inside, he repeatedly tries to start the engine, but it fails. Frustrated, he grabs a flare gun and shoots at another approaching zombie. Using the ladder, he climbs onto the truck roof. The zombies try to follow, but he pushes them away and drops the ladder. He tries to call Meera, but her phone is inside the truck, which makes him even more anxious. As dawn breaks, Tom uses binoculars to search for Meera, but cannot find her. Feeling hopeless, he studies a map while zombies continue to attack the truck. He turns on the radio and hears that the infection's origin is unknown. Medicine does not work, borders are closed, and a state of emergency is declared. Suddenly, a zombie crashes through a window. Tom uses furniture to block the window and climbs back onto the roof. Eventually, he spots Meera nearby, unnoticed by the zombies. Using a flashlight, he signals her in Morse code, and she reflects light from her glasses in response, reassuring him that she is scared but unharmed. He instructs her to stay put, but Meera begins approaching the truck. A zombie spots her, prompting the entire horde to charge. Tom yells for her to run and jumps off the truck to distract the zombies. The creatures pursue him. Though he fights fiercely, their numbers force him back onto the truck for safety. That night, Tom turns on the radio hoping for help, but it makes a loud beep that attracts zombies. The creatures attack the truck, and in a panic, Tom destroys the radio with a hammer to stop the noise. The following morning, Tom sees a zombie carrying Meera's jacket, sending a wave of despair through him. He grabs his pistol, which has only one bullet, and thinks about ending his life, but his belief that Meera is still alive keeps him fighting. He collects rainwater in containers to drink, but remains weak from hunger. He sets a trap with broken glass along the roof edges to prevent any zombies trying to climb. Suddenly, Tom notices a car speeding down the road with zombies chasing it. He waves for the driver to stop, but the car crashes into a tree, surrounded by zombies. Tom rushes to the wreck, pulls the driver out, and together they retreat to the truck. The man claims to be a patrol officer and explains the world is overrun by zombies and communication is gone. Holding a photo of Meera, he asks if he has seen her. The man admits he hasn't and warns that searching is too dangerous, suggesting they strategize instead. Tom offers his remaining food and pleads for help locating Meera. The officer softens slightly, promising a search in the morning. That night, while the officer is asleep, Tom notices his ID and realizes he isn't truly an officer, but has stolen someone else's identity. The man suddenly wakes and attacks Tom. Tom fights back, but the man hits him on the head and knocks him unconscious. When he wakes, he finds himself handcuffed. The man attempts to throw him into the zombie crowd, but Tom fights back, freeing one hand and quickly cuffing it onto the man's wrist. The zombies seize the man, pulling him violently until his arm is ripped off. The next morning, Tom sees smoke and feels a spark of hope, thinking Meera might be there. That night, armed with a flare gun and the truck's battery, he races toward his car as the infected pursue him. The engine roars to life this time, and he speeds forward, though zombies cling to the vehicle. The car crashes into a tree, leaving him surrounded. He spots a gas canister, shoots it with the flare gun, and creates a huge explosion that kills many zombies. By morning, Tom survives, battered but determined. He begins climbing the hill towards the smoke, each step challenging but fueled by hope. At the top, he finally sees Meera alive. The overwhelming joy they share restores their spirits as they reunite, leaving behind all fear, pain, and struggle, finally safe together.